Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Tuesday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company. Eat like a rancher. America First means buying directly from a producer. Be the change. To check out everything that Sandhills Beef Company is about and everything they have to offer, head on over to their website, sandhillsbeefco.com. Also sponsored by RCAF USA, fighting for independent American cattle producers. To sign the petition for the beef checkoff referendum, head on over to RCAF's website, or you can sign it at www.checkoffvote.com. According to Meeting Place, the Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Crisis has informed the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA, Tyson Foods, Smithfield Foods, and JBS USA that an investigation will be launched into coronavirus outbreaks at meatpacking plants across the nation. Since the pandemic first began, approximately 54,000 meatpacking plant workers have tested positive for the virus, and at least 270 have died. Committee Chairman Representative James E. Clyburn wrote to the company saying that the meatpacking companies have refused to take basic precautions to protect their workers, many of whom earn extremely low wages and lack adequate pay leave. The actions of these companies have shown callous disregard for workers' health, he stated. The cattle site has reported that the Antibiotics Off the Menu AOTM coalition is calling for the Biden administration to address the global threat of antibiotic resistance at the federal level. AOTM is also asking that the restaurant industry continue to take action to limit the use of medically important antibiotics in livestock. The Center for Food Safety works through AOTM to join forces with other public interests, animal welfare, and environmental groups seeking to preserve the effectiveness of antibiotics in treating sick people and animals. According to J.D. Hansen, Policy Director at Center for Food Safety, the U.S. needs to ensure the effectiveness of antibiotics going forward through a mandate to reduce medically important livestock antibiotic use by 50% by 2023, relative to 2009 levels. Hansen also stated that a program must be created to track antibiotic use and resistance at the farm level. Farm Online has reported that Wilmot Cattle Company of Australia has made an agreement with global tech giant Microsoft to sell approximately $500,000 worth of carbon credits. The carbon credits come from the operation's sophisticated grazing management system that produces more than 40,000 metric tons of sequestered soil carbon. This is the first global carbon credit sale made by an Australian grazing operation, and it speaks volumes to the opportunities for farmers and ranchers to benefit from the emerging carbon credit market. Wilmots have focused on time-controlled rotational grazing, increased stocking density, and decreased paddock size over the last decade. Wilmot's general manager, Stuart Austin, said that the prospect of being paid for these practices while building a resilient landscape encourages the management change and would ensure its longevity. Last year, Microsoft committed to becoming carbon negative as a company by 2030, which means the company plans to have removed from the environment more carbon than it emits. By 2050, Microsoft plans to have removed all the carbon it has emitted directly or through electricity use since the company began back in 1975. So far, the tech giant has purchased the removal of 1.3 million metric tons of carbon from 26 projects around the world. That is all I have for you guys this morning. Have yourself a terrific Tuesday, and I will see you tomorrow morning.